Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we will be reading the book Don't. If I go over here on my simulator, Don't Call Me Bear. This is one of my favorite fun books by one of my favorite authors, Erin Blabby. So it's a very cute book. It's informative. And it's very simple text, and great illustrations, so good to read for a lot of ages of children. I will be providing aided language input using the chat editor, actually a software that is free to download from Saltillo, and up here I have the WordPower basic 60 basic vocabulary that I will be using to provide aided language input. And the most common word that I bet you can guess that's repeated throughout the book that I'll be providing aided language input for, in addition to others, is don't. And you get to that if you're using either touch chat device, or if you're using a Nova Chat, or if you're on chat editor like I am, you're going to go to extra words within that WordPower 60 basic vocabulary, and then don't is down in the corner in the red. And I'm going to move up my simulator here because the don't is getting cut off. Okay. Also, while I'm reading this book, I'll be doing a few shared reading strategies like I do in my other videos, making comments, predictive questions, and then also pointing out some and labeling print concepts. So these are all great things that you can do during a shared reading session, depending on where your emergent reader is. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So here's our front cover. That was our title that we read. Let's read it again. Don't call me bear. Oh, and there's a big exclamation mark, and these letters are in capital. Woo, and then look at the koala's face. He looks upset. He feels strongly about this. And I think that's why the letters are so big. We can make guesses based on our picture. And we already talked about our author, and he's also our illustrator, so the person who drew the pictures. All right, and there's our front cover. So let's go ahead and we're going to open up our book and we'll continue reading. Oh, there's our title again. Let's read it again. Don't, so we're going to go to extra words. Don't call me bear. All right, let's turn the page, just some green pages. Oh, here's our title page again. See, he's standing in front of it. He's letting you know he is not a bear, I think. Let's read our title again. Don't Call Me Bear by Erin Blabby. Good day. My name is Warren, and I've got something to share. Look at his face, though. I'm not sure what to make out of that face. What do you guys think? How do you think he feels? I don't know, maybe confused. Let's turn the page and maybe we can get some more information. Oh, here's a big animal, and he has a sign. Let's read it. B-E-A-R, bear. And then here's Warren, our koala, and it says, not a bear. Just because I'm furry doesn't mean that I am a bear. Oh. Because oftentimes we say it's a koala bear. We put both words together. And he's letting us know he's not a bear. It's just koala. I will tell you how this started. It's been going on for years. Ooh, that is a really long time. Captain Cook said, "Hey, a bear." And he goes, those crazy pioneers. So pioneers were people who first discovered different lands and started up places. Yeah, so, and he was in the public library reading the history of a koala, but it said bear underneath. And what did he do? He put a X on it with a black marker. He marked it out, letting us know we are not supposed to say that he's a bear. Here it says chart of common. That means that there's a lot of marsupials. Okay, marsupials are animals that have a pouch in the front to carry their young. All right, so one of the most common ones, marsupials that we all know about, is the kangaroo, right? Who lives in Australia. And around here, where we live, we have lots of possums, and they're marsupials. You could also see a wombat, a koala who lives in Australia with the kangaroo, and a Tasmanian devil. They're all marsupials. So they all have pouches in the front of their body where they carry their young, so they're babies. See, if they'd done their homework, they'd know it wasn't true. Marsupials is what we are. And you should know that too. So far we've learned they're not a bear. They are marsupials. So they're a different type of animal. Okay, not bears. They're different than bears. Because bears don't have pouches in the front to carry their young. So they are, we can go to describe and say different. But if I got $1 every time that you called me, let's go back to our pronouns, me, a bear, I tell you what, and no mistake, I would be a millionaire. And if he's a millionaire, that means that he has got a lot of money, right? So that just tells us that we make the mistake of calling koalas bears too much, a lot, right? If he would have that much money. Australia, he says, doesn't have bears, except maybe some at the zoo. I did not know that. And here's a yellow sign, and it says, no bears for the next 3,000 kilometers. Okay, so we know there are no bears that live in Australia, but in Australia there are lots of koalas. Now he's telling us you find, let's get our word, find, I thought it was on this page. So since I can't find it right away, I could just go to my actions A to Z, and F, since find starts with a F sound. And there we go, find. You find them up in Canada. So you find bears up in Canada, which is in North America. And in the polar regions too. Because this, if I go to my groups and I go to wild animals, It's a type of polar bear, and they live in the Arctic polar regions. He says, I don't, oh, there's our word. Let's go back home. Extra words, don't live in the USA, the United States of America, and catch fish in a stream like this bear does. He's telling us, I am not like that. Look at his eyes. He doesn't even look like he likes the fish at all. Look at that. Not as much as this bear. He looks like he likes the fish. He says, I am not some 10-foot grizzly bear who, go up to our question, who makes the campers scream. And here the woman is saying, help, a bear! Ah! He's telling us, I am not that way. I'm not that kind of animal. Probably because he's kind of little. Whenever we look back, he's not as big as the other bear. So it doesn't make him, he is not as scary, is he? Cute and cuddly. So I have had a gutful, and I am sorry if I shout. I am not a bear. I'm really not. And you need to sort it out. So he's saying you need to figure it out and understand that we do not say he's a bear, but instead he is a koala. Look how his eyes and his mouth, he looks very upset about it. And here he goes. Kangaroos are kangaroos. You don't call emus chooks, or yeah, chooks, which I guess is a type of chicken maybe in Australia. A platypus is not a duck, even though that's how it looks, because its front nose and mouth is a bill, just like a duck. But he's right. We don't call it a duck. We say it's a platypus. But why am I so different, pal? Let's go to describe and different. Yeah, what's your little game? Why am I the only mug that you don't call by his name? And look down here. So this is supposed to be one of those little toy claw machines. And it says toy koala. And it had bears. $7.99 sale. Oh, maybe it wasn't a claw machine. It was just a bin full of koalas. But he scratched out because we're not supposed to be calling him Koala Bear. He's not a bear. He's just a koala. That's it. Nothing else. Just koala. Why am I? Oh, these are in all capital letters. Look at this. And his face and arms are out, or his arms are out, and his face is real big. His eyes are big. His mouth is open wide. And again, all of these letters, look, are all the big size. They're capital. So that just tells us that he's very upset and very passionate and having lots of feelings right now about what he's talking about. So he says, why am I the only one in the whole entire bush. So it's like country in Australia, the whole entire land. You may not be a bear mate. Mate means friend in Australia. But you look like one. So those were what the other marsupials are saying, or well, the other animals that he compared earlier, the kangaroo, emu, and platypus. So they're saying because he's furry and sort of looks like a bear with the rounded ears and everything, that's why everybody confuses him. And so he should just accept it. But look at that. How his body is positioned and his mouth is open, ready to yell at them. He is not going to just accept it. He's saying, shh. He's telling them to be quiet. Oh, and he's walking away, but he has a cloud of smoke above him because he was mad. And here in the words it says, the kangaroo says, "What a cute little, bear." And he says, "Yeah," the platypus, "yeah, bears are great. But what did we just learn in this whole book? He's not a bear, and he does not want to be called a bear, does he? He is just a koala." There's our copyright page that just tells us more about where the book was made and everything. Oh, and that is the end of our book. And we're at the back. And we see the picture of all of those little animals. And who's in the middle? Our storyteller, Warren, remember? And he's saying, he's probably upset about the sign again because it said bears. And they are not a bear. And he does not. Don't call him a bear, right? He's a koala. All right, there's the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, you can download Chat Editor for free, and you can use it on your computer, smartboard if you're a teacher, anything like that. It's great to have as a backup support. If you want instructions on how to download it, go to Ask AAC YouTube channel, and Maggie and I, who co-do that channel, have a video taking you step-by-step from the website to how to get it onto your computer and select a vocabulary that matches your AAC users. Okay? All right, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see other videos where I take a book and provide aided language input for it, check out the that channel playlist over here. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I would absolutely love that. Thank you so much. Bye.